Alright boys, we've got this Manticore and this Deus too, both with 11-inch coils, both with their latest versions. You know, there may be some people interested, and I'll show you what could happen to you in the wild. You may have a buddy that's got a Manticore, maybe you've got the Deus too, or vice versa, or an Equinox. I'll show the Deus 2 here first, but I'm going to show you a little additional extra with the Manticore, okay? Now this is you see the nickel is below that nail, and I've got this nail back here. Now we'll do all of our sweeping from this way, because this is the easy way. That's not what we're interested in. We're looking at laws of averages to locate that nickel. Low conductor. Alright, sensitive FT silencer 1. Speed 3 probably gives the best results here. This machine is noise canceled, frequency scanned, okay? So I'm in on this machine. Now I'm going to come in close on this nickel, down low. So right there, I'm in full tones, offset of 10. So down close, I get some signal there. Now I'm raising that call. Backing that call up. So we've got a extremely small sliver there. Any kind of call height, that right there is 1 inch above that nail. We don't really get anything. Now if I go 1/2 inch above the nail, back the call up. Three-quarters of an inch. So right in there we get a little signal. How about a sweep? Alright. So you can see that would be a very difficult target to find. Now call height. That's 3 or 4 inches above that nickel. There in the sweep. You can see that would be a very difficult target to find. Sensitive FT reactivity 3. You see the disc, you see the silencer sitting there. Offset of 10. No, not. Silencer 1. Okay. And we're going to turn the old Manticore on. There's some people out there didn't want to give this machine the time of the day, and I'd be damned if they ain't wound up with it. How about that shit? Okay, Manticore, alternate low conductor, speed 5. And we're going to go over here to custom 4. You see that line up there? I've got a 17 all the way across the top. Alright? All the way across the top in this custom upper Ferris limits. Now I'm in speed 5. What happens here? Well, that's about 1 inch over that nail. And I'm going to let the call down a little more. So right in there, we get about 1/2 inch over that nail. We get just a little bit of detection right there with that upper Ferris limit set up like it is. Okay? So it behaves a lot like that Deus too over there. See it right there? Now let's sweep through there. So again, a very, very slim area to come through with that call, and very call height position sensitive to get that nickel. Alright, now we're going to transition. Upper Ferris limits, custom 1. Little sharpshooter over there. See that 68 over there where that red line is, and the rest of that box is open. Alright. Now, guess what we ought to do is let's look. Okay, so I've got my I've got my number at 13. So if I scroll up, whoops. So if I hit the pencil there, see, I'm not even up at 17. I guess we could put it there. I should have done this, but hey. Alright. So now I've got that same 17 up there, but that right side over there starting at 69, those sharpshooters got open. Same speed 5. What happens here? You hear that? You see how high that call is above that nail right there? So I am quite a bit higher above that nail. And I have more room, position-wise, fore and aft to detect that nickel. See, I'm even getting it right there. And the back of that call is over this nail back here. And you see where that machine up there is reporting, which that's your tell-all, okay? Now, I'm going to remove this nail here. So now we just got that scenario. We're going to go back in here to that custom forward. It's got that 17 all the way across the top. What happens? Okay, so I've got some detection there. I've got some call height for detection. Okay. This is that custom one. It's got that 68 out there. Okay, so what happens with it? I've even got more call height allowed to detect that nickel. You see where it's reporting. Now, as the call gets down closer, it's going to start reporting this nickel more traditional tone, okay? Hear that? And it's painting over there where it would normally, more or less. But as I advance that call and start raising it, see what happens. See it reporting up there? Okay, so now let's go back to custom 4. Again, that's with that 17 across the top. Alright. Now we're at same plane, more or less. You can see that in the wild. You know, that could be 4 inches deep, 5 inches deep, 6 inches deep, 2 inches deep. So we're in the custom 4, got the 17 across the top. We're still in the same speed 5. What happens here? From 2 inches above that nickel, I can't even cheat the call and get anything that I would even stop on. Okay? Now here's some call height backing up even. Now getting down real close. If I stay about 3/4 of an inch or closer to that nickel with that nose of that call hanging over that nickel, I can detect it with that. Okay? Now we're going to old sharpshooter's way. Again, you see that number 68 over there. So 69 and above are accepted for the upper Ferris limit range. What happens here? Same speed 5. You see that? You see that call height? That's 6 inches of call height. I've got the call back here. The call is out over the nail. That nail is actually on this side of the half of that call. And you can see where the machine is reporting. See it up there? Could you see something like that in the wild? Well, most certainly. Sharpshooter has done in-ground testing of this and used this. Okay, so you can clearly see the difference there on that setup. That could be, you could have one gold ring, one old nickel, example, in one field, out in the middle of nowhere with one nail as such. And here you come hopping by with a Deus too. Now I can turn it back on. I may turn it back on. And there it lays, 3 inches deep, 4 inches deep. You all watch that video Rattlehead just put up? He's down there in them woods in Georgia, evidently. Well, the sink right down there is not very deep in them woods. That belt plate he found didn't look very deep to me. Okay, so, you know, it ain't all about max depth. 10 inches deep, are you going to detect that with a sharpshooter's method? Probably not. Could you hit that at 6 inches? Yes. Could you hit it at 7? You're getting close to borderline there. 3 or 4 inches? That's a no-brainer. Now remember, you get to turn on the target. And you see that, what are you going to do? Again, if I come back over here to the 17 top line setup, and I come through a field sweeping 3 inches above that 4, what do you hear? Slow sweep. I've even got the call. Now I've got the call, edge of the call. You see what I'm talking about? Same speed, 5. The sharpshooter way again. See the screen? Fast sweep. Now in the ground you might not get a sweep quite as fast as you would doing this air teeth. Now you don't sweep in a while like that. You might sweep about like that. That's a dead ringer right there. Okay? Now since I've got that nail in that position, you know, I'm gonna turn this Deus 2 back on. To show you what could happen to you. You know, most of the people don't know this stuff. Something as simple as a 2 or 3 inch deep target. Full tones. How about a size of a 0? If you can tolerate running that in a sight, more power to you. That's what we'll look at it with. Offset of 10, full tones. Speed 3, we'll back it up to 2.5. We'll change it to 3. That's 4 inches over that nail right now. What do you hear? Iron tone. You can sweep till the cows come over that. Now, let's go in on this thing real close to that nickel. Yeah, about a 1/4 inch above it. How about an inch above that nickel right there? There's 2 inches right there. 2 inches. And I know where that nickel is in respect to that nail. Silencer 0. Remember that. Now, naturally, we come over here. Dead ringer. I hope you enjoyed the video.